Super Tuna is a freaking bop, and I have listened to it hundreds of times. I even did the dance challenge, and I have never before or since done any other dance challenge of any kind. So the song is catchy, it makes you dance, and it just makes you happy when you listen to it. But why is that? Let's get started. So the song starts off with this like hyper pop carnival video game music, which just is like so much fun and so unexpected kind of with the song. But if you listen carefully, you can kind of hear like an underlying like pretty fast beat going on in the background, which kind of is like building momentum for the song. And you pair that with the gang vocals on Yelling CATCHY, which gang vocals, if you aren't familiar with the term, it's basically like it's any kind of like sung or any kind of just vocalized part by a group of people. Usually it's yelled, and it's made with a lot of different people, so you can kind of have all the different voices kind of layered in. That was one of my favorite episodes from BTS. But yeah, so you have when you have this like group yelled vocals, these gang vocals, yelling CATCHY, it also kind of has like it kind of has this feeling of like camaraderie, or just like feeling like you're a part of something. And I feel like having those gang vocals, they typically also like it invites like the listener to like sing along with it too when you hear all those different people already singing it. So the song already off the bat is like drawing you and making you feel like you're part of the song itself. Then we get into the verse, and one of the key reasons the song is so catchy is because of the repetition in the song. So we have like the melody repeated twice in a row, and it's like two sets of two measures. The first time it kind of ends kind of going a little bit higher, kind of ending on a higher note, and the second time it's ending in a lower place, which it so also kind of has that like built-in call and response to it, which is a very like inviting thing when you listen to it. It's that repetition of something that kind of sounds familiar, but it changes a little bit. It draws you in, but also makes you want to participate in it even more. Then in the second half of the verse, you have actually the exact same melody done twice in a row, but they do something here that is amazing. What do you do if you want to make something catchier? You add claps. I don't know why it is, but if you add claps to a song, it is immediately catchy. Like, it's immediately catchier. And I feel like part of it comes down to, again, that like participation factor. Like, I know if I'm listening to a song in the car and it has claps in it, I immediately want to like tap on the steering wheel as I'm driving, safely, of course. But it like, again, it invites that participation factor, which is going to be a common theme if you didn't already get that. But it's just the repetition of things going back and forth. It just makes it so easy and so like accessible to the average person listening to the song. Now we're back into the chorus again. And something that the song does that's kind of interesting is, since we started on the chorus, by the time that the second chorus happens after the verses, you already know it. And it makes you just want to like dance and sing along even more now than it did before, because you're already like into the song more. You're getting to that like climax point of the song, so you want to be part of it. Then as we get towards the end of the chorus, we have this like fall that happens in the music. It sounds almost like a slide whistle being pulled out with that woo kind of sound. And like, we haven't heard that kind of thing so far. And when you hear that, you're just waiting for it to hit the next section again, right? So it builds that tension in you. It makes you just like get so hyped, getting ready for the bridge to come up. It just pulling you. It's casting you out. I did not plan this. It is casting you out to sea. I didn't think about that. That takes us to the incredible bridge of the song. It's the most like sing-alongy thing you could do to a song. Having these gang vocals, again, these big group vocals, you get to have that repetition factor where you have the same melody kind of repeated back and forth. Like, every single part about this is like screaming like sing-along, participate in the song itself. It is such like a collaborative vibe to it. Then you have the pata pata, which is like this crisp part that breaks it up. And it is so dramatic, like so like crisp and dramatic and like different than what you're hearing the rest of it. It just, the song is just so good. So you guys know I like to end on a big revelation. So what if I were to tell you that it's not just the individual melodies or the dance that has this repetition factor going on? I'm gonna show you some sheet music and play along some of the parts and just see if you can tell what it is. Doesn't matter if you're a musician or not, just see if you can start to see a pattern. Throughout the entire song, there is one note that keeps on coming up all the time, and it doesn't even fit in all of the chords necessarily. And that's because having a good melody supersedes basically everything else at the end of the day. Like having one note that you keep on coming back to throughout the entire song, it makes it easier to like listen and hum along to. It makes it easier to remember. Listeners can start to like subconsciously predict what's going to happen in the song, even on the first listen, which creates a sense of like satisfaction when what you subconsciously predicted actually does end up happening. And then it makes you want to listen to the song again, and it gets stuck in our heads for hours.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Thanks for watching. My name is Berg. I know when I first listened to this song, I listened to it like 4 or 5 times in a row probably, like with the video and everything. So I'm assuming that that's what most people did as well. So I think the last theory kind of tracks. But again, if you guys like this video and you want to see other videos like this, whether more serious or more fun like this, just please let me know down in the comments. Also like the video and subscribe to the notification bell so you know if I have the next one I post. Till next time.